What's something you've pretended like you didn't see? Was at the family cabin just me and my dad. It was time for sleep. I slept downstairs and he decided to sleep on the couch in the living room. It was sort of late and I got up to get some water. You somewhat pass through the living room to get to the kitchen. My dad has tinnitus and is hard of hearing. Apparently he didn't hear the door open nor hear me walking up the stairs. There he was laying on the couch, iPad in hand watching porn. He wasn't masturbating, just watching porn as if it were Netflix or something. I quietly creeped downstairs and made a much louder attempt at walking upstairs. Next time I saw him, iPad was face down in his chest and he was asleep. I never once said anything, because I didn't want him to feel embarrassed. Only read it and I know now. Was walking home at like 3 a.m. one night and went right past a group of people in hoodies trying to break into someone's house. They had crowbars and turned to look at me. But I just gave them one of those awkward greeting smiles and kept going as casually as I possibly could. I didn't call the police until a good 10 minutes later when I was safely back at home, for fear one of them might be following me and listening for it. Naked chick in my apartment crawling around on all fours looking for a baggie of cocaine. It was stuck to her naked ass. I let it go on for a good 20 minutes because stop bringing drugs into my residence without telling me. Me pub has this couple that fights every single weekend. I don't see shit. They can beat each other up for all I care. Because I know few are gonna be okay in the morning. A contractor I hired to do some work was scrolling through photos on his phone, showing me some images of other projects he'd worked on. Midway through was a photo of his naked wife. Fortunately in low light so it wasn't super clear. Fortunately because his wife worked for me. Super awkward. But I just acted like I saw nothing. People I went to high school with. Mommy kissing Santa. An old lady getting accosted by some thugs. I used to live with my sister. Went upstairs to use the restroom and my brother-in-law was jerking it on the computer. Just kinda disappeared back into the shadows unnoticed and used eye bleach. Someone getting beat up in an alley. Just walked by and pretended nothing happened. My classmate jerking off my other classmate in the back row in high school English class. Teenagers are horny bastards. I was stood in a pub near to a guy who vomited. Over a decade ago. I respectfully pretended not to see it but I fucking remember. Edited to add that after reading some of these posts, replies I appreciate I may not have read the room well and the level of fucked up op expected but I stand by it. A guy who pinned another guy up against the wall and looked like he was about to punch him. I just looked down and quickly got the hell out of there because there was no telling whether or not the guy was going to switch to try and attack me and or if he had a weapon. My dog pissing on my brother pillow. My former boss liked to write to-do lists in his notebook. One day I was dropping off mail on his desk and just randomly read, update Playboy subscription, on his to-do list on his desk. Walked in on my brother masturbating when we were teens. He was up early and decided to do it right on the living room couch. I had come down to get something to eat in the KTI Chen and I guess he didn't hear me. That was awkward as hell. I backed out of the room quickly and we never spoke of it again. It sounds like you like being noticed because being noticed makes you feel good about yourself. Conservatives being good people.